talk about is how Jordan became Jordan from a business perspective. All right. So we're going to talk about that. And Rich Paul is going to break down how they made Jordan the it guy, just the it person versus everybody else. All right. So we're going to dive into it, and then I'll give my thoughts and opinions on this as well. All right. So let's go ahead and rock out.
Okay. Michael Jordan at this time. Michael Jordan had two really, really, really great partners. One in Nike, of many, but these are two I chose. And the other one in Gatorade.
Okay.
Now, from a marketing perspective, they told two of the greatest stories. Nike, Air.
Mm-hmm.
I believe I can fly. If you put these shoes on, they had people jumping off garages.
Rich, I had a pair of Jordans, like the Jordan 3s. You never saw someone with less hops than especially me at 13 or whatever, getting this high off the ground with my tongue out of my mouth.
Did you feel like you can fly?
Yes.
Great.
Yes, I did.
From a Gatorade perspective, it was the fuel to win. And it was Gatorade that created the lullaby, like Mike, if I could be like Mike. Exactly, right?
Had the whole world trying to be like Mike.
So what's the importance in those two things? Not only is it the product of hydration, the product of footwear, etc., it's also the media spin that they to really push these campaigns. They're pushing it. And at a time where we didn't have social media, people didn't have computers in their house in abundance. There wasn't much. You had sports, and he was at the forefront of it, right? Then you have the NBA. Like all eyes on me, all eyes on Mike. It was clear. It was him, and it was everybody else.
Yeah.
There was no ifs, ands, or buts about that, right? That's the other thing. This is one that it's a little touchy.
What timing crack epidemic? What does that mean?
Yes, because the timing, not just the crack epidemic, but also hip hop. When you think about the first influencers were guys like the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. What shoes did he wear?
This is getting back to what you said, and you used me as an example because I was sitting in front of you. You said, it's not that Michael Jordan did this, it's that the influencer who had the BMW or whatever you said, like Max with the fly girl and the BMW.
Listen, bro, business has been business since business has been business. I'm telling you, it worked the same way back then as it does today. Bruh, again, so they're gonna dive deeper into it, but I just want to go ahead and give my little piece on it based off of what they just said right here. You can have a product. You can have a dope product. All you would need is an influencer or somebody with a great following and a great community of people that's gonna rock out with them, whatever they do. You get that one person to rock your piece of clothing, your glasses, shirt, shoes, whatever the case may be. Your shit gonna blow the fuck up. The right influence, the right person who has the right influence, your shit is gonna blow the fuck up. What's up, Battlezone? Like, that's crazy, and it still works to this day.
So you're saying
what I was saying was the hustler was the influencer in the neighborhood, especially in the Black community.
In the neighborhood, the crack epidemic wound up concentrating wealth in a few people who could floss in front of the neighborhood.
Because these people had basically not even careers or high-paying jobs. They just had hustles. So now when you bring forth the crack epidemic, it created a revenue stream amongst a group of consumers that, number one, would have never had that dollar to spend, and they damn sure wouldn't have had it to spend excessively.
Yeah.
So and you're
saying because crack was more accessible, cheaper, et cetera, it had a different effect than, say, heroin, because it's not like the drug trade wasn't always there.
But that was a different time. In the 70s, people wore shoes and suits
Right.
and pants.
Not jeans and sneakers.
In the late 80s and 90s, people wore sneakers. So now when I'm talking about the timing of it, not just the actual being able to the excessiveness from a dollar, right? Because you're creating this dollar. But at the same time, it's also the thing of choice, the actual thing of choice.
Because the idea of like social media influencer,
yes,
is like what you're saying is pre-social media influencer. There were still social influencers.
Yep.
They
Martin
just weren't.
Lawrence.
There just wasn't any social media.
And then when you talk about
because think about it. Think about all the older TV shows like he already mentioned Fresh Prince. When you look at the Jamie Foxxes, when you look at the Martins, when you look at those cats, when you see your favorite actor rocking the J's, bro, that was influence. It's like, oh, that nigga wearing, that Joker wearing the 12s, or he wearing the ones, or she wearing the ones, or the 8s, or the 11s, or whichever ones. It was the influence, so everybody wanted to rock it. Or your favorite rapper at that time, rocking the J's, rocking the fresh J's. It was a thing.
What they call product seeding or product placement. What they did extremely well was every guy who was somebody on a show,
yep,
they placed the product. So you couldn't see it on Instagram. So where'd you see it?
TV.
Oh, I saw
TV.
this episode of The Fresh Prince or this episode of Martin.
Yep.
And then you heard it in the music. Oh, and then on my way to school, I not only saw, because many people wasn't seeing the games. The Bulls played on WGN, by the way. And it wasn't like
I
you
could
had all
watch the
these.
Bulls if it was nationally televised or if they played the Knicks. That
That's
was it. Yeah.
Because your local feed.
Yeah.
Right. But I did get to see, in my case, my Uncle Lance or Bernard Sawyer, just different people that in my neighborhood that had, so now I'm influenced by that. And I love Michael Jordan. So now I want, not only because Mike is wearing them, but I also want them because these guys are wearing them too. And when you created that, that's how he created the greatest athlete brand ever, because Michael Jordan didn't share the market. He controlled the market.
He did.
There's a difference between the two. Most athletes have a market share.
Yep.
He controlled the market. So much so, when people had children, they bought, my little cousin came home in the booties.
Yeah.
Right?
Jordan booties.
This has been things for generations. Yeah. And what happens is the I-95 is what they call the Gold Coast of footwear. When you do shoe deals, and this doesn't exist anymore because one person busted the market. It didn't matter.
That's New York.
They do have
New York, Philly, the DMV area, all the way up to Boston. That's the Gold Coast. So when we used to do shoe deals, I personally used to.
Not down to Atlanta and down.
Not really, no, not down to Atlanta.
But this is also, but when you look at it from this business perspective too, I also have to say, it wasn't just the fact that Michael Jordan was as great as he is. So Michael Jordan is great. I'm never going to deny that, right? But what added on to, I'm going to say it, a lot of people who can't see past Michael Jordan is because of the marketing aspect. The brainwashing of Michael Jordan, because that's all it was. It was Michael Jordan. There was nothing better. There was nothing better. No matter what shoes came out, the Penny Hardaways, the Shags, the Kemps, any shoe was not fucking with Jordans on any level. Not Pippins, none of it. Nothing was fucking with it. Nothing. Yeah, the DMs was dope too. The Barclays weren't fucking with them. Nothing. So when you thought basketball at that time, it was Jordan. That's all you thought, Jordan. When you thought basketball, you thought Jordan. And then the bravado and the swag that came with Jordan on top of that. And then guess what? You got this nigga on Wheaties. You got this nigga doing movies. You got this nigga doing in commercials, in games, and all other kind of shit. Everywhere you turn around is Michael Jordan. Then you got people out in the streets rocking the Jordans, rocking the jerseys, trying to shoot like Jordan, playing ball like Jordan, the tongue out. Everybody, the niggas' influence was unfucking matched. Not gonna hold you. Not gonna hold you. And so that was one of the reasons why people say to this day, well, you know what I'm saying, it's always gonna be Jordan. I mean, I feel you. But right place, right time. Right place, right time. And that's not Michael Jordan's fault. I'm not gonna be the person that's gonna say, well, if he went, right place, right time.
Stops right at the DMV.
Right place, right time, right person.
But I used to put
facts,
a higher premium on if I had a guy land in those markets. Mm-hmm. It's changed today, but I knew that thing that influenced everything. So what happened was, why you think they went east to those mom and pop stores to be able to, position the product, and then that spread it back west. Fashion goes from east to west. We're influenced by Europe, and it comes across, right? It's the same way. So that's all I was trying to help people understand. But I know some people are visual learners, so I wanted to bring this
super
whiteboard
interesting,
out.
by the way. But so I love it. But I think people are reacting to something else, Rich. Well, first of all, they have a certain idea about you, so they think, he's just trying to diminish Jordan somehow.
No, never diminish.
But this is how I would articulate it. Jordan gets Nike Air, I Believe I Can Fly, because when you watch Jordan, and I know I'm in the minority, but the best dunker ever is Vince Carter, or it's Gerald Wilkins, or it's Dominique Wilkins, or whoever. Back in the day, Jordan looked different when he jumped in the air. Kobe didn't look the same. No one looked like Jordan, to the point where I remember SI did an article, and I think it was a cover story, but they talked to physicists to see if it's possible that some people can hang in the air longer than others. And they were like, no, it's just your vertical leap. But the point is,
it's the silhouette.
The way he looked when he...
Calm down. We get it. There's a way that everybody looks. There's a way that LeBron looks. There's a way that Kobe looks. There's a way that Jordan looks. There's a way that Ja Morant looks when he's dunking. There's a way that Zach LaVine dunks looking. There's a way that Aaron Gordon looks the way he's dunking. I get it. But again, that's the point. That's the point right there that he's missing. All of that ties into that. It ties into the mind frame of you. It taps into that wiring, because now everything that this nigga does, it's like, oh my God. Oh. So let's break this down. So have you ever been to a high school? You ever been to a high school game? We all been to high school, right? And you got that one person who just got this bravado about them. They just got this swag. It's just something about them. Everything that they do, it's just like, damn, that shit different. It can be the simplest shit. It can be the most simple shit. But it's like, bro, what the fuck? Did you see that shit? It's like, bro, come on, bro. It's just a layup. Relax. Or it's just, that shit ain't as dope as you making it. Like, it's cool, but it's just because it's the person that's doing it. It ain't what he's doing or what she's doing. It's who's doing it. So I get it. I get where he's trying to come from. Take these off. I get where he's going with it, where he's trying to come from. But at the same time, it's the marketing aspect behind it that made you believe that. That made you look at it that way. That doesn't take away from what Michael Jordan was doing. But again, you also have to look at it from the other side too. You have to.
Was different because he could shoot the ball on the way down, so his hang time looked.
But it's also a proportionate from a body perspective. Shoulder width, arm length, chest depth, all those things.
It looked right.
Balanced.
But that's the first thing.
That's not
fuel to win like Mike. He was the most competitive athlete ever. Stephen A. once told me a story about Jordan, which is like, I would describe it as competition porn, okay? In the sense that, well, Jordan used to do certain things, I won't mention what, but to antagonize opposing players before the biggest games. And my initial reaction to that was, of course, you're trying to get under their skin because, you know, a mad athlete is not going to be at their best. It gives you an advantage. That's what Ali used to do. Muhammad Ali would get under Sonny Liston's skin or
yeah, bro. That's what I'm saying. It was marketing hype. I get what he's saying, but it's marketing hype. Because there's a swagger right now. There's a swagger to Anthony Edwards right now. He got a swagger like no other. I love his game. I love the way he shoot the ball. I love the way he handle the ball. I love the way he drive to the basket. I like the way he just take off on everything about him is dope. I like his bravado. I like his confidence. I like all of that shit. Now, will he have the same marketing hype that Michael Jordan had? No. It's gonna be hard. I think we're far from that now. I don't think nobody's gonna have that hype because we got social media now. It's all over the place. You're not gonna have that type of hype. And to be quite honest with you, the only person that got it right now and still able to do it is LeBron James. Because he was able to do it before social media became something crazy, but he's still doing it. He's still relevant in this shit now. So anytime you get a LeBron James, your shit gonna skyrocket. Because it's LeBron James. He's in that same space. He's in that same space, in the same room as what Michael Jordan would be and what Kobe Bryant would be. He's in that same room and space. But I get it though. I hear though. But that was a great video though. I like the way that Rich Paul broke that down though. Shout out to him, bro. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe for the algorithm, and make sure you hit the notification bell, dog.
Listen, your savings account is robbing you blind. But don't worry, I found out a way how to make my money work for me in my sleep, and I can help you do the exact same thing. Now, this isn't no get rich quick scheme. This isn't no pyramid scheme. This isn't something just trust me situation. This is legit, and this is something that your every average day person can implement in their lives, and they can really get to a bag. This isn't a short-term play. It's a long-term play. There's a promo going on right now, so you definitely want to jump on it before the price goes up because this is too valuable. The link is in the description, and hey, let's get our money up. Let's get